I never meant to fall for him. I never meant to carry his child. And I certainly never expected that keeping this secret would turn my entire world upside down. But destiny doesn't ask permission. It arrives suddenly, powerfully, and completely changes the course of life. My name is Ren, and this is the story of the child I carried quietly, and the moment when everything I had tried to protect finally fell apart. Chapter 1. The night it all began. The city was quiet under winter's soft blanket. Streetlights reflected on the thin layer of snow, making every step feel surreal. I was walking home from my late shift, hands wrapped around my coat, when I felt it. A presence I couldn't ignore. Strong, grounded, calm. Only one person ever made me feel this way. Aiden Kestrel. The alpha everyone respected. The alpha everyone trusted. And the one I had spent years trying not to love. He stepped beside me silently. "Ren," he said softly, "you're freezing." "I'm fine," I whispered. "You always say that," he replied, draping his coat over my shoulders. Warmth spread across me, not just from the coat, but from him. "You'll get sick walking like this," he added. "I've walked in worse," I muttered. He looked down, voice soft but steady. "Why do you make everything so hard?" "Because loving you already hurts enough," I thought. Instead, I whispered, "Because it's the only thing I'm good at." A flicker of something passed in his eyes. Concern, curiosity, and maybe a hint of longing. He stepped closer. "Ren, tell me to walk away," he said quietly. "What?" "If you don't, I can't." My heart stuttered. I should have said it. I should have told him to go, but I didn't. I stepped closer instead. Snow fell around us as he reached out, gently brushing my hair from my face. "I'm not sure I can walk away," he whispered. That night, everything shifted. Chapter 2. The Consequence I Never Saw Coming. 3 weeks passed. 3 weeks of pretending nothing had happened. 3 weeks of wondering how to breathe without letting him see how much I had changed. Then came the morning I couldn't deny. I held the small test in my trembling hands. 2 lines, clear, unmistakable. I was carrying his child. Panic hit me first, then disbelief. Aiden was powerful, respected, and engaged, not by choice, but by duty. A marriage arranged for alliances and family obligations. Breaking it could ruin years of plans. There was no place in his life for me, or for this child. I pressed my hands to my stomach. "I'll protect you," I whispered to the life growing inside me, "even if I have to do it alone." Chapter 3. Hiding the Impossible. After that, I became careful, avoiding him, avoiding the streets we once shared, avoiding even memories of his voice. He noticed. Of course he did. The first confrontation happened at the cafe where I worked. I was wiping tables when the bell over the door rang. Aiden, jaw tight, eyes searching, scent strong, grounding, unmistakable. "Ren, outside,
Now. I'm working, I said. You're avoiding me, he said, quietly, firm enough that my heart raced. You can't hide from me. I don't know what you mean, I replied. Don't lie, he said, softer this time, but with an edge that made me freeze. My throat closed. I needed him to leave. If he discovered the pregnancy, everything would crumble. I tried to move past him, but he caught my wrist gently, holding it just long enough that I stopped. Ren, he said, voice cracking. Did I do something wrong? No, I whispered. You didn't. Then why won't you look at me anymore? Because if I do, I'll break, I thought. I pulled my hand away. I'm just tired, I said softly. He didn't press further. Not yet. Chapter 4. The night my secret almost broke. A month later, my stomach showed slightly beneath loose clothing. The change was subtle, but enough that an alpha could notice. One evening, alone at the cafe closing up, I felt dizziness and nausea. I rushed to the restroom, gripping the sink for support. The door opened suddenly. Aiden. Concern flooded his face. What's wrong? I'm fine. It's nothing, I muttered. Don't lie to me. You don't look fine. I'm fine, really. He stepped closer. I'm not leaving you like this. The subtle change in my body, the new scent, he realized. Ren, are you pregnant? He whispered. I froze. The secret I'd carried alone for months was out. I shook my head. It's none of your business, I whispered. His eyes searched mine, voice soft. How long? Aiden. I couldn't speak, but he knew the answer.
Chapter 5. His reaction. Aiden didn't yell. He didn't blame. But he looked at me as if the world had shifted on its axis. What were you thinking? He finally said. You were going to do this alone? Yes, I whispered. It's the only way. You have responsibilities, a life, a family that depends on you. I don't care about that, he said. Yes, you do, I replied sharply. His jaw tightened. It's my child, he said softly, and you didn't tell me. Because telling you would ruin your life, I whispered. He stepped closer, voice trembling. Let me be part of this, please. I can't. Loving you already hurts enough. I won't let this destroy you. Chapter 6. Everything falls apart. Word traveled fast among the Alpha families. A week later, someone leaked the secret. Officials came to my apartment, urging me to leave quietly. Think of the child, they said. You could prevent a scandal. I slammed the door. I packed my bags. I needed to disappear. But Aiden found me at 2 a.m., breathless, panicked, eyes full of fear and love. You're not leaving, he said. I have to, I whispered. You're not doing this alone. He held my face gently. I love you, he said. The words hit me harder than anything. I kissed his forehead. I'm sorry, but I can't stay. Chapter 7. The Future I never expected. 3 months later, in a small, distant town, I heard a knock at the door. I opened it. Aiden. Tired, determined, loving. I found you, he said softly. I'm staying, and I'm not letting you go again. I felt relief, fear, and hope all at once. Because I knew we would still face challenges, but for the first time, I wasn't alone. And neither was our child. I never meant to fall for him. I never meant to carry his child. But sometimes, destiny doesn't wait for permission. It destroys, reshapes, and then gives you the chance to build the life you were meant to have.